top 5. You know, we done had some sweet top 5s, man.
This is the best one, though.
You made this one tough, dog.
It was tough for me as well.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. Since you brought it up, you start off, man.
You want me to tell everybody what we're doing? All right.
Yeah.
We are doing the top 5. I got that smoke for Ken tonight, too. Top 5 greatest R&B albums of all time.
You put my glasses on.
Please do, because you need to see everything that you saying right now.
I always win this segment.
And I went first last week, so you going first this week.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
come on now.
Yeah. And so let me say this. Top 5 greatest R&B albums of all time. All right,
you making me go first on that.
Yeah, man, you got to go first, dog. So
well, my list is unquestionable. Oh. You can't even question this, right? You said top 5 R&B. See, you fell up. If you had said hip hop, we were arguing about hip hop. I almost fell out and had to stop the show earlier. But you said R&B. When you went to R&B, you fell up into my generation. Okay. Dog. So let me give you this first top, number 5.
Yes, sir.
It ain't no. Don't you dare. Write no comments under the thing.
He'll be like, that's whack.
Anything about my list.
Okay.
This 5 is number 5 legit all time. Forever, for always, for love. Luther Vandross. Forever, for always, for love. This changed, man. I don't even know what to say, man. When this album came out, it just changed the way my evenings went. And I'm talking about like, you know, I ain't talking about that. But Bad Boy, Forever, for always, for love. Better Love. You know, She Loves Me Back. These were things, man, that reach way inside of you, dog. Once you know how, you just never forget how to love. Come on, man. Number 5, Forever, for always, for love.
And what was the hit songs on that album?
Man, I ain't gotta repeat.
Bad Boy. That was a joint.
People
Bad Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else?
Since I lost my baby.
Since I lost my baby.
Better love, better love.
You could have kept that one.
Once you know how. Oh, man, come on, man. You could just. That's one of them albums, man, back in the day. You could just put it on and play the whole thing.
I don't believe that.
Whether you out there on the patio or whether
you
see my man
LG like
shaking his head.
Okay, all right. It's Luther. I'm going to let you rock.
You could put that whole album on, and whether you're on the patio or in the bedroom.
Okay.
Just let it play.
Okay. You can ride either way. You ain't got no skips. Man, no skips on that album.
Ain't no skips on
all right. You said you got slow on that.
You see what LG doing.
Okay,
I'm telling you.
Cool.
Everybody out there know. Ain't no misses on that album.
All right. Number 5. What's the 411? Mary J. Blige. No skips. Reminisce. Real Love. What's the 411? If loving you is all that I have to do. Hey, with KC, listen, dog, straight smoke. Her and Puff Daddy, not Diddy. Her and Puff Daddy. Shut it down. You can let that play. Everything that I'm saying is front to back, side to side. You ain't got to do nothing, dog. Just put it in on your playlist and let it rock. What you got? Number 4.
You know, it's funny you bring out What's the 411 because I was trying to figure out which one, because Mary didn't make my list.
I know.
But my life
it's a
close.
smoker. It's a smoker.
My life was close.
It was.
So, you know, I there was a battle between What's the 411 and my life with Mary because both of them could have made a top 5.
All right, I'm some respect. We got some respect going on tonight.
For real, dog. Oh. But that number 4, you can't question this number 4, y'all.
Okay.
You're my lady, D'Angelo and Brown Sugar.
What's that? Voodoo? What album is that?
Brown Sugar, dog.
Brown Sugar is the name of the album?
Yep. Cruising.
Brown Sugar.
And Lady.
That's the only songs he got on that album.
Hey, look, that's enough, man.
Come on, man.
And Lady, for me, and you know, it's funny because I was looking at a lot of the top 5s that are in the media. Yeah. Top 5 R&B. D'Angelo was this album was routinely in the top 10s. But I've got it in my top 5 just because Lady is my favorite song. Probably my favorite song of all time. And Brown Sugar, but this was a groundbreaking album that was unlike any sound that you had before it. And so that's why it was such a popular album. So my number 4 is D'Angelo with Lady.
Yeah. D'Angelo is strong. His first album is great. So I'm gonna let you ride on that. I ain't gonna go too hard on that. Now we gonna get thick though after this. We gonna get thick after this. We're gonna see what you really talk about. Yeah. All right, my number 4. See, for me, I respect the era where everything came together. All your song titles, your album cover, your music videos, your tour, everything came together sonically and synergetically. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right, number 4, Heartbreak, New Edition, Any Heartbreak. I'm talking about with Can You Stand the Rain, Boys to Men, Crucial, Supernatural, and If It Isn't Love. No, I can keep going. Like, that whole album banging, and the video is banging.
Yeah. Didn't make my top 5.
I know.
That's a strong. My number 3,
Earth, Wind, Fire.
Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite with a little something mixed up in there. You know, whenever, Ascension.
Yeah.
But look, we were representing an artist at that time named Keno Watson. So Graham and I got a chance to hang out when Keno, Maxwell, there was an artist named Puff Johnson. Was it the Fugees? It come out there? All of them went out around the same time. Yeah.
96.
So we were working with Sony Records and Columbia during that time and had a chance. But when the Cops Come Knocking came out, again, one of those songs that was so different than what anybody else had ever done before that. Maxwell went crazy. Sony had this plan to promote like 4 or 5 different artists, and then Maxwell was one of them. But when that came out, it was over. It was all Maxwell.
Yeah. How does When the Cops Come Knocking?
When the Cops Come Knocking. I can't sing it.
God, dog. Listen. Oh, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say it's so crazy you say this, man. On Mother's Day, I had my wife and my son and our other cousin in there, little cousin that's his age, and my father-in-law. And something just told me to go ahead and put Maxwell on as we was riding to dinner. And man, I was sitting there. You talking about verses the last time we talked? I was like, boy, Maxwell had the game on lock for a minute, dog.
Yep, and that's a common thread on my list is albums that didn't sound like things before them. Kind of were groundbreaking. So yeah, Maxwell's my number 3.
All right, for me, it's about these joints is the greatest albums you ever heard. They broke all records. They about a ghost.
You got the Beatles on it?
Yeah, nah, they ain't R&B though. Number 3, Off the Wall, Straight Smoke. Yeah. Rock With You. Is it Rock With You? Rock With You. Lady in My Life. Girlfriend. Hey, dog.
You gotta find your
dog.
Yeah, that was good.
Listen, man. Off the Wall. I think Working Day and Night is on there too, man. It's crazy.
Working Day and Night, boy. That was strong out there during that summer.
Hey, dog.
Yeah.
Sold like 10 million gazillion records.
Yeah.
Off the Wall.
He made Mike the super. I mean, that's when Mike really became a superstar.
That's right.
When he put that Off the Wall.
The second time, he was already a star when he was Ben.
Yeah.
ABC.
Yeah, the second time.
Yeah, the second time he was the GOAT.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and do this.
Get tight, dog. Get tight.
Number 2. This is gonna surprise some people out there. Again, don't be putting no negative comments out there. Right. But my number 2 R&B album of
Billy
all
Preston.
time. Nothing from that. No, just kidding. Is Don't Be Cruel, Bobby Brown. My Prerogative, Ronnie, Every Little Step, Rock With You, all on one album.
Yeah.
It made Bobby Brown a superstar. He broke away from your boys' New Edition.
Sure did.
And they were like, yo, we gonna see what happens with Bobby. But he wasn't playing. He brought that fire from the beginning, blew it completely up. I know y'all surprised. Y'all expect Michael Jackson and all that in my top 5 and all that. No, he said R&B. I'm going straight R&B. Don't Be Cruel is my number 2.
Listen, Don't Be Cruel. Listen, in 8th grade, I thought I was Bobby Brown. I had the little haircut, man. I could dance like him. What was it? Heart and Soul was his dances. Me and my best friend G, we used to dance like them, man. Like, that was the height of me dancing. So that whole record, man, like, just, it gave you a little nostalgia. I go on that. That's a strong.
Every brother out there wanted a tenderoni, man. We all want a tenderoni.
Truth about a Ronnie. Okay,
Truth
all right.
about a Ronnie, dog.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. Number 2, listen, dog. When people start getting real on records, I'm talking about real on records, to your point where you ain't really hear stuff like this on records, dog, Confessions, by Usher.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
From Confessions, he talk about everything I'm doing is all bad. I got a chick on the side, a crib and a ride. Like, I'm talking about every time I was in LA, I was with my ex-girlfriend, dog. And then Confessions too, where he told me I got a baby, I got one on the way, bro. I got one on the way, man. You got Caught Up on there. You got Superstar. You got
Superstar is one of my favorite.
That's one of my favorite songs, man. It's it's one of those songs where you like, you think about how you like being a kid and loving music and posters on your wall. Like that's what the kind of feeling it gives me. Confessions. Usher is Usher today. He's doing a residency in Vegas because of that album. So Confessions. Number 2, greatest.
I'll be your groupie, baby. I like that, man. All right, this is where I had the heartburn about the R&B stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And I gave my number 1 a pass.
Okay.
And I could have given Michael Jackson a pass too, but the album was so good I had to put it here.
Okay.
And y'all would criticize me for calling this an R&B album, but it's Purple Rain is my number 1. I had to go with Purple Rain, Baby I'm a Star, Computer Blue, I Would Die For You, and all that.
Hold up. You don't have Michael Jackson in your top 5?
Michael Jackson ain't in my top 5, man. But now, you said top albums. Now, if you had said top R&B artists of all time, that would have been a different discussion. But these are my top 5 R&B albums of all time. Yeah.
So there's one person I don't even argue. Besides, there's 2 people I don't argue: Jay-Z and Michael Jackson. The greatest album, not even R&B album, pop album, greatest assemble of music on one offering is by the greatest entertainer to ever walk Earth. His name is Michael Joseph Jackson, and that's Thriller. Billie Jean is on that album. Thriller is on that album. Beat It is on that album. Dog. PYT is on that album. Like, listen, man. Thriller, the greatest R&B album ever made.
All right, man. I give you props for that. And you got 2 MJs in your top 5. I ain't mad at that. I wanted to throw out a couple of honorable mentions on my side.
Okay, I did that too. I'm sorry.
First one on my end is Forever My Lady by Jodeci. I'm Still Waiting, Stay, Come and Talk to Me, Forever My Lady. And look, let's be for real. We from Charlotte. We from Charlotte, North Carolina. They made us all proud. They did, man. They sure did, man. Come and talk to me. But when they hit that, man, you just felt good to be from Charlotte. Yeah. Felt good that them young fellas handled their business.
They did.
So my first honorable mention is Jodeci.
Man, I wanted to put that on the list so bad, man, but it didn't even make my honorable mentions, dog. Yeah. It's 2 albums, dog. I'm gonna go with the one, Don't Be Cruel, man. It's so incredible. I had it in my top 5, man, but I'm gonna tell you, I gotta give you some. The Any Heartbreak knocked it off for me. For me, it did, man. Just because, man, like that album, it was hard, man. Don't Be Cruel. That's my honorable mention. You got one more?
I got one more, man, and this is props to my boy Kadar Massenberg.
Who that?
Frat brother. Who produced this album.
Oh snap!
Baduism.
For real?
Yeah.
You know somebody worked on that album?
No, we know the guy who found Erykah Badu. That's our boy, Kadar.
Damn, man, you gotta tell him something.
Yeah, and he found D'Angelo too. I mean, so Kadar, hang out with Kadar quite a bit.
That's what's up.
He went to law school at UNC Chapel Hill. Was I think 1L when I was a 3L frat brother. So yeah, he found both Erykah Badu and he found D'Angelo and did both of their deals and started both of their careers. But Baduism, again, an album that sounded unlike anything else before it. Rimshot, On and On, Other Side of the Game.
Lifetime.
But that's what I was about to say. Next Lifetime, to me, is one of the most meaningful songs you're ever going to find. And it's about,
I got chills, man.
I met you, you might be that right dude. I got to see you next lifetime. I already got a relationship. If that don't hit you and strike you, nothing will. So Baduism is my second honorable mention.
Man, that girl said, maybe we'll be butterflies. So, listen, Ken, listen, man, you took me back, man. On it, Other Side of the Game.
Other Side of the Game
came out when I was still a senior in high school. But by the time I went to college, the whole album had come out, man. And When I tell you everybody played that album, every girl's dorm room you went in, they were playing that album, man.
Watch out.
Like that was it, man. I fell asleep many a night listening to Baduizm.
Wait a minute, you see how you put that together? It's in every girl's room, but I fell asleep many a night listening to that. Didn't say it was in the fella's room or in his room. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got one more honorable mention.
Yeah.
Okay, it's my turn. My bad. I got lost for a minute. Listen, man. Something needs to be said. One of the greatest R&B albums of all time that didn't make the list, but could have. There's a couple spots that I could have taken, could have replaced it with. 12 Play by R. Kelly. He's canceled right now. But when you talk about, he's canceled.
Am I in the screen right now, LG?
No, you out.
Okay,
you out.
good.
You out.
Let me
You
go
out.
let you have this
They
segment.
got the tattoo though.
Okay.
So, but
You had this segment by yourself.
I got you. I don't listen. You can put the little light on me. Let me do my soliloquy. He's wrong. He's canceled. All of that. But 12 Play is arguably the greatest R&B album ever assembled. From Your Body's Calling to the actual song 12 Play to everything on that front, back, side to side, 12 Play. And I could have went to TP2, but I ain't do that. But 12 Play, man, I had to do it. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me. Yeah. I ain't even gonna pray. Y'all forgive me.
Let me get this thing back on track. Donnie McClurkin, Fred Hammonds. We gotta do something to balance this thing right here. Now, if you gonna go.
Listen, man. I had to say it.
Okay. Saint is just a sinner who fell down, dog. I ain't mad at you.
Ain't got up.
So I ain't mad at you. So we good.
Man, the first time I heard that song, man, I was like, I thought that was a jazz song. I was like, man, what song? I ain't never heard this joint before.
Yeah. No, hey man, look, I tell you, so unfortunate. The whole situation.
What you talking about?
Of the R. Kelly situation. So, but you can certainly bifurcate his music from what's happening to him. So if you just talking about the music, you had him on your honorable mention.
I did.
I feel you like that. Yeah. So maybe we'll do the top 5 gospel albums next week to kind of get us back on track. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, this is a fun list, dog. This is a fun list. You ain't do as bad as I thought you was gonna do.
Yeah, but I did not want to put Prince number 1.
I don't
just because that's kind of that R&B
that
thing. But Purple Rain, boy, that changed some lives, dog. That changed some lives.
So hold up, Purple Rain is your greatest R&B album of all time.
I'm gonna tell you what makes it so bad, Jay. Wow. It wasn't like it was close. I mean,
what you mean?
I'm looking at the innovation of the music, the impact on society.
What was the impact on? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you talking about Purple Rain?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Come on, man. Well, I don't even have to discuss the impact that Purple Rain. Man, I think Purple Rain was very much like Thriller in terms of how it changed people's lives. But you have to also say, of course, Purple Rain combined with the movie Purple Rain is what changed people's lives and direction and made Prince very Michael Jackson-like, to be real with you, in terms of the music industry. So, I went with it. The little question with him and MJ I have is whether or not it's purely what we think about when we say R&B. So that's why I had a little bit of anxiety,
Yeah, they're pop records, pop albums. Listen, Thriller sold 160 million records, literally.
Yeah.
Literally is in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apologies to folks like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I tried.
Marvin Gaye.
I tried.
And some of the old school artists, man.
Earth, Wind & Fire.
EWF could have been on the list. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, apologize to them, but this was the top 5 right here.
Yeah. My only issue with some of those albums I tried, they just had songs that were so huge on those albums, but they didn't make it. One thing I thought about, and I was like, I don't know if there's R&B, and we can wrap up. Curtis Mayfield, the song with it was a soundtrack.
Superfly.
Yeah, like
Shaft. Isaac Hayes' Shaft. That soundtrack.
Yeah.
So, it was a lot back in the day, man. And the one that I have the most anxiety about as we move on is Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Because to me, that was also one of those life-altering moments when you had somebody emerge and they just became a magnificent superstar for all time.
Yeah.
That Whitney Houston album was incredible.
Yeah.
And so, all apologies to her for her not being on the list.
R.I.P. Whitney, man.
Yeah, that's it. So that's a good man. Another good night, dog.
Good night, man. We didn't fight over that list, man. We didn't go too hard on each other, man. It was hard. Those artists and those albums are so good that it's interchangeable.
Oh yeah. You could, man. We might do another top 5, different top 5 tomorrow. Depending on how you feeling.
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. AJ, my brother,
my guy,
my man. Yes, sir.
Another one in the books, man. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe. Comment, man. Attorney Ken Harris talking about y'all need to comment. What's y'all top 5? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, dog. And we'll meet you here next week in the Black Court.
See you next time.
Peace.
Yeah.